Here with the president of EuroLeague Basketball, Mr. Bondirogka, and with the CEO, Mr. P.Motegiounas. We'll start with some opening remarks from the president first, and we'll open the floor for questions. Just as a reminder, the translation is enabled for English, Arabic, French, Greek, and Turkish. So you can use all those languages to formulate your questions if you desire. And without further ado, Dejan, if you don't mind to start.
Yes, it's okay. Thank you, Alex. Good evening to everyone. Welcome to our press conference, and thank you for coming. And I hope you having good time here in Abu Dhabi. I would like also to congratulate to our finalists, Fenerbahce and Monaco, and to reach the final, and I'm sure that we will have another unforgettable final, and that will be celebration of, let's say, all our season that was probably one of the best in the history. I would like also to one more time thanks City of Abu Dhabi and to thanks our great hosts. And I think that this Final Four, it proves that EuroLeague is global product. This is something historic. We can partner with the new markets without losing our identity, what is the identity of EuroLeague. And I think that this is historical moment. Our fans is the best in the world. They can travel anywhere in the world, and that they come and to support their teams. And I say historical moment because of many reasons. Not only that this season is one of the best season ever, but also that we're celebrating 25th anniversary. And I would like to thank all players, coaches, our club owners, managers, of course our fans, and to, of course, you media, that for your support during all these 25 years. And this is something that is the great that we have EuroLeague that during these 25 years, but we arrive at the moment that is one of the top league in the world. And we also show that we can come to other markets. We open new borders, and I think that Abu Dhabi show us that we can have here in the future many possibilities and many potential here. We are this season. I think that we show. I think that Paulius will after go more deep in the details and the numbers, but we have incredible season with all numbers. Maybe after I give floor to Paulius to explain more in detail, but we are very happy and proud what we did this season, and also that we demonstrate here in Abu Dhabi that that EuroLeague is global partner, is global partner, and that can make everywhere. I will give now floor to Paulius, and after we are ready for any question. Thank you.
Hi everyone. Hey. Thank you for coming, first of all. Good to be back here with you, everybody. Just to follow up on Dan, very thankful for the City of Abu Dhabi, for the Council, Sports Council, and for the Culture of Tourism Council for helping us organize this. When we first announced this brave move from us, there were a lot of questions, issues, and skepticism. It was a brave decision, and we are very proud of this decision. Happy to see this week and these days give the event at the level that we wanted. Of course, it's mostly based on the wonderful fan bases that came here. Proud to unlock, I would say, unlock the new market and unlock the new skill for us. And really happy to look at the future, to see at the possibilities. Of course, we will grow focusing on the product that we have, the product that has been created by the clubs, the players, the coaches, and everybody on the court. We hope to continue to get as much attention and even more attention from all of you in promoting this wonderful game of basketball. We have been growing this year, and we have record numbers, both digital, both TV viewership, arena attendance, and we believe that it is only a start. We believe that we will grow. We believe that we will continue to make the product better, and there's nobody else in this good of position than as EuroLeague to do it at this moment. We're also proud to be on the list of events that happen here, like UFC, like Formula One, like other basketball games. But I think the spectacle that was here yesterday, especially talking to Abu Dhabi Council of Tourism, it raises the level, and this is what we're happy to explore and to share. I just spoke to the arena director. He also says that they need to level up. We are proud of that, and we really believe that our future is bright, it's strong, and can't wait to see what the next season will bring. Enough of boring stuff.
Thank you very much, both. So the floor is open for questions. Please raise your hand. Remember to say your name, the name of the media you represent. So we go to the third floor on the left first, please.
Thank you. Good evening, gentlemen. Benjamin Craig from Big and Basket magazine. The third place match isn't particularly popular amongst players nor coaches. So is it possible to maybe replace this event in the future with, for example, the Euro Cup finals? Thank you.
It's a good question, and I've been talking to the fans who are outside Europe, and everybody expecting a great match tomorrow because it's a Greek derby. So it's an interesting situation. We hope the game will be competitive. But yes, we had this discussion about the third place game for, I think, many years. I was here last year protecting it and saying it's very important. And now we've been talking to Alpa. You see what Boki was saying. And yes, we're trying to analyze and to bring to the clubs the option to cancel the third place game starting next season. So it is up on the table. We don't believe that we will replace it with the Euro Cup final, but we are looking for options to give something for the fans, whether it's ANGT final or something else. But I'm changing my mind after last year.
Thank you. We go to the first row here at the center. Yes.
Hello, Vasiliki Karamazov from Sport24. My question is about BC Partners. There was an offer on the table, but the deal fell through, as some Serbian media reported recently. Can you explain us a little bit the thought process and if there's another offer on the table for the minority stakes of the league? Thank you very much.
It was a very long and interesting process for us. First of all, we need to thank BC Partners for making an offer and standing by the offer and being in partnership with us and looking at the league. The offer was not approved. We continue to look forward. There's no more discussions at the moment. It's quite recent, so there was an offer. It was not approved. We need to regroup. We need to see. We need to fix our own things, and we will. Hopefully, or maybe will open up. There's no certainty right now. As I said, it's quite fresh, but it's a simple process that we try to do. It was not finished, but we don't have a clear picture if we will do it in the future.
Any more questions? We go to the second row here at the center.
Hi, Emmett Ryan from Ball in Europe. Obviously, this season we've seen Alba Berlin, Juventus Badalona, and of course the rumours about Valencia defecting away from the organisation. Paulius, Alba in particular were not exactly kind with their remarks on the way out. Are you concerned in general about this trend from some of the teams who wouldn't necessarily be as fiscally strong within the EuroLeague and Eurocup system, feeling they need to find an alternative?
Not concerned. Concerned is not the right word. This is part of a job. Regarding Valencia and Juventud, there's rumors. We don't want to comment on rumors. We are in touch with the clubs, and we'll see what the future shows. Alba, not surprised. We've been in talks with the club for many, many years. EuroLeague has helped the club for many, many years also. They were part of a family. It's sad that they have to go, but they took the decision. It's their decision. We wish all the best to the club. We hope that the decision is right, and we continue to move forward. We have a list of clubs who want to participate, strong clubs, and we really believe that there's nothing to be worried about. We just have to continue to grow and to prove to the clubs that we are the right place for them to play.
Thank you. We go to the third row here, right side.
Donatas Urbanas, basketnews.com. As of here, next week, EuroLeague will meet NBA and FIBA representatives. What realistic outcomes do you expect from that meeting, and what would you need to hear for real EuroLeague and NBA collaboration to move forward?
I think it's too difficult a question to answer. We go with an open heart and open mind to try to see what we've always been saying, how we can grow the league, not the league, how we can grow basketball in overall basketball in Europe. If we find collaborations, how we can do it together, we're happy to do it. So we don't go with some kind of expectations. We want to open the discussion, see how we can grow the pie of basketball, how we can improve the basketball, and if it's something that we can do together, that would be great. I don't know if that answers your question, Donatas, but I cannot tell you we're going with A, B, C, and D and yes or no answers. It's been like this for quite some time. So we saw the press conference, we heard the word explore. So maybe I can copy and say we will sit down and explore possibilities, if that's the right answer.
Third row, please, left side.
Alberto Marzagaglia, Euro Devotion. I have two small questions. The first one is 18 or 20, the magic number, when we will discover which is, if it's 18 or 20. Well, at least I don't want to know if it is 18 or 20, but when we will know if it will be 18 or 20. And the second one is a tough one, but I have to ask you. Yesterday, half time at the first semifinal, we saw some behavior by the owner of Panathinaikos, sorry, that is not a good, very good advertising for EuroLeague basketball. Will it be sanctioned as, for example, the Union of the European Referees asked 2 weeks ago, or we will have to continue like this? Thank you.
I'm thinking which one to take first and want to make something funny, but I'll start with second one, and it's really unfortunate that we had a very good behavior by the fans, because other than the chants, which I'm sorry, but I don't understand Greek or Turkish, so it seemed like it's all supportive. Other than the chants, we had no incidents between the fans or minor incidents that I'm so grateful of, and this is the picture that we show to the people of Abu Dhabi and UAE. So it's really unfortunate. We had the events that we had with Mr. Dmitris, who is very supportive of the team. He's the owner of one of the best teams and the hot teams in whole Europe. The way the team is improving, the arena and everything around the game of basketball, it's really amazing, and you have to give full credit. So it's really sad that the outcome was like this. We just published the decision that we took, and again, it's unfortunate. All I can say, it's unfortunate. Regarding question number one, near future is a good enough answer. We believe we're ready for 20 teams. We believe that we have enough strong candidates to grow to 20 teams. As management, we really believe it's a time to take this step, and of course the clubs will make the decision, but we have already shared the proposals, and we discuss in the near future, and the decision will come. So it's either 18 or 20, but we believe we're ready for 20.
Thank you. We go to the fourth floor, right side.
George Efkarpidis, Americanos 24. I have a couple questions. Question number one, from a fan standpoint, it's been interesting as far as the times that games are scheduled, especially playoff games. Is there a plan in the future for fans to be able to watch a game at 7 and a game at 9? Obviously, we don't understand the logistics that go behind that, so I was just looking forward to your point of view. And then as far as neutral site games, for example, the NBA or the NFL, they have games in Germany or in Brazil or whatever. Is that something that you're looking at in the near future? Thank you.
I have a question for you. Why you had the cameras out when you asked about Panathinaikos Zona? There were so many cameras out. Okay. We have plans. We opened up this market with a Final Four. We're trying to see if we can have regular season games next season in neutral venues. It's something I would say pending and coming, and in really near future, maybe even next season. That's on our list, and we hope we can make it work. And regarding the times, it's a non-ending discussion. We have different time zones, we have different TV partners, then there's arena attendance, and there's so many things that go into the play. But I hope you see that we improved a little bit. We continuously will try to improve and try to have them all separate, but there's so many moving parts that it's really difficult to tell you that we're going to fix it. So it's in discussion, and obviously we want to do it, but it's not that easy. But we will continue to improve.
Thank you. First row. This one. Yeah.
Good afternoon. Alexandros Somoglu from Parapolitica Media Group. One question for Mr. Bondyrogga. If you talk with the coaches and the players, they will all say that they will prefer the title to be sold in a playoff series and not in one match or one bad semi-final or one bad quarter. As a former player, would you prefer the title to be sold in a series, playoff, and what is your opinion as a president? Do you prefer Final Four or a playoff series?
I prefer Final Four, and maybe this is the opinion of some players. They lose many Final Fours, and they prefer to have playoffs. But for this, Final Four is we celebrate all the season. I think that fans like, and it's one game, but you need to be ready in this game because, okay, some of them they're playing this, regular season and playoffs, but this is the, this is the game that everybody, expect, and I think that fans and all of us prefer to have Final Four, that everything will be decided in this game.
Next question at the very end here, right side.
Hello, Yannis Natou from ERT, the Greek National TV. First of all, I would like to ask about here in Abu Dhabi. How satisfied are you from the whole organization? And if you think to have another Final Four here in Abu Dhabi in the future? And if I may add, I think that you should have the whole picture about Mr. Dimitris Giannakopoulos, what went on with the chants of the fans and his reaction. Thank you very much.
Regarding the chance, of course, everything we get, it's translated. But I was just referring to the reaction during the game that you think they're supporting the team, which you expect. And when you see it, of course, it's a different picture. Regarding the Final Four so far, I get this question for this past week. I keep giving the same answer. Ask me this question tomorrow after the final. Because so far we are very happy the way everything is going. We can feel that the full city of Abu Dhabi and everybody is supportive. It's very easy to find solutions with them. I mentioned and Dan mentioned many times the DCT who are behind it. You saw His Excellency Chairman at the game yesterday taking video, so he's personally also very involved, and we feel the support immense, and it's really encouraging. I hope it stays the same after the final tomorrow. And yes, we analyzing the situation to come back here. The contract was signed with the idea that after the first year, we sit down and talk about other options, not 26, but for the years to come. So for sure, next season we will be in Europe, because we understand the importance of not forgetting our core market, but we look at the possibility to come back here.
We go to the first row, left side, please. Wait for the mic.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Thank you.
Bojan from Motorsport Serbia. You've touched on it, but has there made a decision for the next Final Four? Which city is it going to be?
Once we make a decision, we will for sure announce it so that you know.
And one other thing, to Serbian clubs, could you comment on their status for the next season?
They are on the list. I don't wanna talk specific clubs, but you all know that we have 13 stable shareholders. One of them is still not playing next season, so we have 12. We have Monaco and Hapoel coming as Eurocup representatives, and then there is 2 Serbian clubs. There's Valencia, there's Virtus, there's Paris, there's Dubai. There's Hapoel Jerusalem also on the list. So we have a list of teams who we will discuss in the near future, who will be in EuroLeague next season, and maybe not for one season, but for more.
We go to the end of the room, left side, please, first. End of the room, center.
Hello, Nikita Savgoulis from Nova Channels. What about the Dubai BC? It's officially something that finished. Dubai BC is in EuroLeague.
Of course not. We have an interesting rule that if we make a decision, we'll let you know. So if there's rumors, it's only rumors. If you didn't see it in any official website, it means that the decision is not made. So just like I answered about the Serbian clubs, it's the same with Dubai. They're on the list. The teams will decide in the near future, and we will let you know.
Thank you. We go to the right side, third row, please.
Edvinas Jablonskis, basketnews.com. I have a question for Paulius. Given that Barcelona and Real Madrid didn't attend the latest EuroLeague meetings, do you feel that they are already halfway out of the EuroLeague?
Where did you hear that they did not attend the meetings? Again, the rumors. They are part of EuroLeague. They are part of us. We are in talks. They were in last meeting that we had Friday online. We have connection with them. So I don't know how to answer your question, because the first statement is not true.
Thank you. We go to the second row, please.
Hi, good evening. Roy Jankolovitz, Israel Sport. My question is about the Israeli teams. About Hapoel Tel Aviv, how are their chances of getting a 3-year license? And in general, about Israeli clubs, what are the chances of us seeing 3 Israeli teams in the EuroLeague, also Hapoel Jerusalem, in addition to Maccabi Tel Aviv with the A license? Thank you.
Tough question, political question. I'll try to answer nicely that. Firstly, about Hapoel Tel Aviv, amazing season with offer as the owner coming in and making bold moves and bold statements. So can't wait to see what statements we will have in EuroLeague next season. But he's here, we're talking. Obviously, I can probably take Paris as example that we're growing step by step. So the same is with all the teams. We want to see the progress, and it will be clear next season what the situation is. Regarding the most important question is, can they play in Israel? At the moment, we can see that the situation is still intense, and there's a lot of political turmoil. So we want stability. We want. You had ceasefire, and we wanted it to continue. So it's, again, as EuroLeague, we remember how wonderful the fans in Israel are. We see that the domestic competition is happening, but we need some stability. And of course, as soon as there's stability, as soon as there's peace, and as soon as there's less or no political tension, we will look at the situation to have games go back. And it's quite tough to imagine 3 teams in EuroLeague that cannot play at home participating in EuroLeague. But of course, Hapoel Jerusalem and what Matan is doing is also a huge step, and hands down, wonderful job. We believe that club has a great future, and then we continue to talk, to analyze, and I'm not doubting that they have a huge chance to be part of EuroLeague in the near future.
Thank you. We go to the second row, center, please.
Hi, Dian. Hi, Montionas. Polish, good evening to you, first of all. Thank you for an amazing Final Four so far. Moshe from one.co.il and EuroLeague Sweet 16 podcast. I want to have a follow-up question, please. First of all, logistically, what does it entail? Again, just the logistic aspect of it, because, like you said, 3 teams playing, or right now just 2, outside the country, in addition to 2 additional teams that cannot face them at home. So what challenges does it present to you as a competition? And about the Russian teams, when they left the competition, when they got suspended, we had 3 teams and Zenit and Unix they looked like they were on their way to the playoffs. So say, hypothetically, everything ends, there's peace all around the world, and everything is quiet and safe. These 2 teams that are not a part of the shareholders, what will be their future? Will they be a part of a future expansion, or should they start to climb again through the Euro Cup upwards?
I don't think there's a clear answer. What I can clearly say that CSKA Moscow would be back as soon as there's world peace, which we all want, because they are the shareholder. And if you talk about Unix, there's Lokomotiv as well. We can mention Zenit. I think it's easy for them to go back and play the top level, but because they have teams now, the games are happening in Russia, so it's not like they have to create everything from the beginning. So I cannot say that all of them would make it, but they would be just part of the list as well for the clubs to analyze. And again, the decision is made by the market, what kind of teams, how strong the teams, and so on and so forth. And for Israel, you need to not to forget, especially for the clubs, it's really important, the revenues from the ticket sales. So that's another part that we also take into account as well. And hoping that there's peace, like I said, they can have more stable budgets. And it's difficult for us to manage this, but first year is very difficult. Second year, it's easier. Third year, it's even easier because the clubs know, we know. And it's not only the clubs in EuroLeague, but also in EuroCup as well, who have to face these issues. So you get used to the tough part, and we hope we go back to normal, if you can say, as soon as possible.
Thank you. 5th row, left side, please, yes.
Hello, Burak Uzar from Europe, Turkey. I would like to ask you a question about the possible EuroLeague extension. You have mentioned some team names, but we haven't heard any Turkish teams' names in those conversations. And recently, especially Bahçeşehir Koleji and Beşiktaş board members made some statements that their aim was to be in the EuroLeague together with Fener and Efes. So did you have any conversations, especially with those clubs, and is there a possibility to be 3 Turkish teams in the EuroLeague in a possible extension?
Listen, Başakşehir was so close to winning Euro Cup. They had a great season. They started, you remember, last year in Turkish league. They were not that great in the standings, but we met with the management. They proved to us that they're ready for Euro Cup, and they really did a great job. So one path is through Euro Cup, and for sure, Başakşehir will improve and will move forward. The other clubs, of course, we keep analyzing the situation. We keep checking, and let's see. We need to see the plan. We need to see the arenas. We need to see the idea behind it. But we're open. It's also one of the good markets. But so far, Fenerbahçe and Efes are doing a great job and controlling, let's say, and proving that they are the best in this market.
Thank you. Yeah, left side, 4th row.
Hello, Yasmina Talk Basket. I would like to ask about next generation tournament because a lot of young players, talented players from Europe are playing there. But now, what EuroLeague will do to for them to stay in Europe, because now colleges are giving them good offers?
I don't think there's much we can do. It all belongs to the clubs, and we also read rumors about Madrid and Barcelona canceling the system. So it's clearly can be only controlled by the FIBA, by the management of international competition. We also read about this letter of clearance thing. We spoke with Andreas that he mentioned that it could be done. So we really hope, and we will talk with them to see what could be the options out. But it's a big threat. It's I don't know if it's the right word, threat, but it's something that we will have to adapt. I seriously believe that it's only a temporal issue, because a small percentage, those guys go there to go to the NBA, and I'm pretty sure that after they're done with university, not a lot of them will go and they will come back. So I hope this cycle will start to finish and the guys will come to Europe, and we will have, again, motivation to be growing the young players, or with the help of FIBA, if we can solve the issue and maybe buyouts could be put in, then again, it's motivating for the clubs to invest into this. We're talking to the clubs, we're talking to FIBA, but as a league, I think there's not much we can do other than continuously do the junior competition, which is always competitive and always good to watch.
We go 1st row, and then those 3 questions on the left side.
Another question. If I'm not mistaken, there's not an agreement with FIBA for the next window, so we don't expect any gap in the EuroLeague games next season. That's right?
Let's wait to the announcement. The first part is yes, there's no agreement.
Next question. There's 3 questions here on the right side, so one after the other.
Okay. Lucas Malinauskas from Basket News. Alba Ovner called EuroLeague a business that loses 200 million a year. How could you comment on that, and what's the real profits or losses from previous years?
I think it was more about the clubs losing money, not about the league. We are a league that's making profit and distributing the profits to the teams, which are our shareholders. It's unfortunate that we have this comment, and because we know that the competitive league that he joined just announced that they lost 15 million in 2 years. So unfortunate also is that we take the bad examples. We have really sustainable clubs who are making profit from playing EuroLeague, or at least breaking even. So again, all I say is unfortunate. I think playing EuroLeague creates a lot of opportunities to be making money and to be making profits. And some teams maximize on that, some teams can improve on that, and I will just stop there.
My question goes to Dan Bodiroga, as you're in charge of basketball operations of the EuroLeague, and that includes referees. And sorry in advance for a long question, but I really try to make it as short as possible. And I'm fully aware people always will complain about the referees, but I want to ask about some real concerns that I think that many of us have, and I think most of us agree that nobody enjoys watching players get free throws for three-pointers from half court, or losing 5 to 10 minutes to instant replay system reviews. Don't you think EuroLeague was already late in fixing some of those issues because we were facing the problem earlier, and can we expect the change for the next season? About transparency, I remember that after the Red Star and Barcelona game during the regular season, there was an official report analyzing some of those calls, whether they were wrong or correct. But I cannot recall many other, let's say, controversial endings being analyzed by the EuroLeague, let's say, referee department. Shouldn't it be more consistent and more open to public, to media, to fans for transparency reasons? And finally, for the end, do you feel referees are safe and well protected after what happened in Anadolu Efes and Panathinaikos series, and what EuroLeague could do better in this regard?
Yeah. First of all, I think that this is the more question to our director of officiating, Dani Chiruzello, and his team, Fernando Rocha and Christos Christodoulou. And but what I can tell you, I don't know if you watch another competition like Olympic Games on some other competition, but I think that we have the best referee. What I can tell you that when we are talking about our product and that we are unique and let's say the best, this is the referee. They are part of this, not only players and coaches and fans, and this referee is also part on this. And because of this, that we have this product, they are also one important part on this. On this our game and our product. And I am, how you say, I can tell you that they have our support, and I think that we have good season. They perform good, like in the regular season, in playoffs, and here in Final Four. And this is, you know, what is my answer. For more detail this, I think that this is addressed to our director. Thank you.
There was another question there.
George Karpidis, Americanos 24. I want to thank Donatas because I have a question about officiating, but he didn't state it. My question is regard to replay review. I have two questions. First question, in regards to replay review and challenges, is there anything that you guys have in the works for next season in order to improve replay reviews and potentially, you know, following the NBA model as far as replay challenges? And second question, double weeks. Fans, media, we love it. What's the feedback you're getting from ELPA as far as double weeks? Thank you.
Want me to take it?
About ELPA.
We're talking to ELPA. We're trying to help the players travel easier on the double weeks. I think this shift already happened, and at first everybody, you heard Shara saying yesterday, we don't practice this much, and so on and so forth. I think the adjustment is already made, because once the double week started, they had to change the training model, the way they approached the game. The physio coaches were really important in this, and I really think everybody already adjusted to that. So they take it as a normal thing. Obviously, the players like the games. They don't like to practice, which is something we also get. So I would say it's proven the right thing, the right way. And even when we have double weeks before, you remember if it's 2 home games in 1 week, it was more difficult to do sellouts. But these year's numbers, they also show that with the competitiveness level and the name of the teams that are coming in, it's also becoming an easier thing. So I would say it's not this hot or negative topic anymore, or on less negative topic as it was before.
Thank you.
And regarding the replays and everything, I don't know.
We are talking with the, that we can improve this in the next seasons. That this IRS and this to be more shorter, and also they introduce one new system, and I think that will be in the next season and the incoming season. It will be much shorter and better.
Yeah, right side at the very back.
Yeah, I'm good.
Hello. Spyros Kondos, Better Collective Betarades. I would like to ask you both, quoting Zeljko Obradovic on Thursday at Louvre, who said next to Dejan Bodiroga, players, it isn't easy for them. We need to care about our players. They don't have time to rest. Does EuroLeague share that view? And can EuroLeague make something in order to help the players, not by herself, because we're talking about extension, about the 20 teams in the championship. So if you share that view, what can EuroLeague do to help the players in order to get more rest? Thank you very much.
Okay, I agree with what Zeljko says, and we need to take care of our players and to protect them. And but it's not depending only on the EuroLeague. Is global calendar. They are playing with the national team. They have domestic leagues. We are, we are part on this global calendar. But definitely, all of us, we need to care about our players.
I agree. You said to both, so I agree.
Second row, please, center.
Hi, Marko Vlahovic from Sport Club Serbia. Partizan and Zvezda are teams that brought something new in this EuroLeague. They made they made people watch games on TV more. So, is there any plan for them, maybe if they get this sort of license or long-term way of playing EuroLeague? Is there any way that some of that share on the TV rights can be given to them of that money?
I will be boring and I will say that we have 2 Serbian clubs. We have Valencia, Virtus, and many other clubs. So I don't want to start going into details about everybody because I need to respect all the clubs. So once the decisions will be made, of course, when we talk about expansion, we believe that we can change many things, but let's go step by step. Sorry for the boring answer, but with all respect and thanks to both clubs.
Let's go to the third question. Third row, please.
Yeah, okay. Another question is about officiating. Sometimes it's a curiosity, more or less. Sometimes we have coaches complaining about the officiating, and then saying, "I don't want to talk about the referees because I don't want to be fined by EuroLeague." As EuroLeague, as if it was like a different entity. And these coaches are always coming from the shareholders club. How do you deal with that? I mean, they talk about EuroLeague like it is something outside their organization, but they are EuroLeague. I mean, the 13 shareholders are EuroLeague. So I don't think you live in another planet and the 13 teams are on a different one. How do you deal with that when you hear coaches saying something like that? Thank you.
Listen, the coaches are one big and important part of the EuroLeague, obviously. But when it comes to comments and the fines that we impose, then I think then they only take a step back. So I only believe that we only following the rules, that they know the rules. We know the emotions, we know everything. It's also pressure, tactics, and all those things involved. So I don't believe that coaches are not part of EuroLeague or we treat them this way. We have coaches union, which is amazing. We have all the coaches, and you know that even everybody says that EuroLeague and basketball in Europe is the coaches' basketball. So they are a big part and a huge part. So I think it's only the tactics, how to avoid bigger fines.
Thank you. Any more questions? Second row, left side.
You're giving too much time, Alex.
I think it's a reasonably light enough one to finish up with for Paulius. So obviously, this is the first time we've gone outside the traditional geography for EuroLeague for a Final Four. Has this given you pause for thought to think of maybe there are other regions where you could possibly have a similar deal?
This is a tough one because this region is closer to some clubs and further to the others, but it's still manageable. When we think about something even further, it becomes challenging, especially if we think about the Final Four. But for sure, we're not closing down on preseason tournaments because you know that some clubs have been going. There's an amazing tournament in September in Australia, which will be, I think, one of the kind with Panathinaikos and Partizan playing. So both teams and us are exploring new markets. But if we talk about the Final Four, it's quite complicated, and I think we're not trying to get ahead of ourselves too much. So we'll take it step by step, and we just hope that the fans enjoy it, you enjoy it, and like I said, like I started, I want to finish. I hope after tomorrow everything is over, we can say this was the best Final Four, and we put a new standard, and we continue to get better and better and overdo ourselves next year.
Thank you. Are there any more questions? Paulius, Dejan, anything you want to add to close the session?
Thank you very much, guys, for coming, for being with us, and for writing all the good and bad stuff for 25 years. It's only the start. Let's continue together. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.